Hello, friends. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Michaela and I make adult coloring videos here on this channel. And today I am with a very special guest, Cassie, Potato Princess, here on YouTube. Cassie, tell us a little bit more about yourself and what kind of videos you make on YouTube.
All right. Hi, friends. Michaela's friends. First off, I just want to say I'm super excited that Michaela invited me to do this. I'm super excited to talk to all of Michaela's friends live. And so if you don't know, Potato Princess, aka Cassie, I don't think I ever say hi, I'm Cassie on my channel. So my name is Cassie, if this is the first time you're hearing it. I live out in Southern California. I have a beautiful little cat who's loved my life named Luna. She makes appearances in some of my videos. And I make adult coloring videos on YouTube. I've been doing that since about May of 2020. So I do like finished pages videos, hauls, tag videos, that sort of thing.
Awesome. If you had to pick, what's your all-time favorite adult coloring book?
My favorite adult coloring book. Honestly, I think it has to be Botanicum by Marie Troll, just because that is like what kickstarted my love of adult coloring. That was my first like fancy book that I got, and I was like, I can adult color. Like, this is so cool. And then from there, like the rest is history. Honestly, I was like, the world of like fancy adult coloring books, is endless. So yeah, I definitely would just say Botanicum like has that special place in my heart, and it probably always will. I'll always remember it for that. So Botanicum.
That's such a good one. I like Marie Trolle a lot.
Oh, for sure. Insta buy.
I completely agree.
And I like, a side note, I am so jealous, high-key jealous that you have the signed copy of Luna. Like, I know, and I saw that you won that. I was just like, yes, that you won, but then also like, that's so bad.
When I entered that giveaway, I was watching I think it was Passionista Coloring who did hosted the giveaway. I was watching her story and she had like the circle with all the names and it was like spinning to pick a name. I was just kind of watching it and then I just saw my name pop up and I went, wait a minute, that did not happen.
Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, and like that book is beautiful.
It really
that is such a good one to have like a signed copy of.
Agreed. You got it early though too, didn't you? Like,
yeah, my friend lives in Canada, so like he was able to like get it the pre-order for it, where like obviously we couldn't in the US, so he like pre-ordered it and then sent it to me. So yeah,
it like just came out here. I feel like not that long ago.
And it's sad, he said he was going to do that for Moon Valley, her new book.
Oh yeah.
But then I guess because of COVID, he can't in Canada do it for some. Yeah, he let me know and I was like, ugh. And I was like, that's okay, I'll get it. I'll definitely get it, no worries.
It'll just be in like March.
Exactly, sometime next year, but it'll be fine.
I feel that.
Yeah.
What is your number one item currently on your wish list?
So I think that changes honestly all of the time, because depending on like who I'm watching, what they're using, like new books that are coming out. But I think like right now I'm really into trying out or discovering watercolor pencils. I have a student brand by Faber-Castell. It's like 24 pencils and I've used them on a few pages and I've loved every page I've used them on. So I'm like, I kind of want like artist grade watercolor pencils. So I have Karen Dash Super Colors, which are extremely expensive. So probably those, but then I also have the Albert Dura watercolor pencils by Faber-Castell. So either one of those, I think if I got my hands on, I'd be like, yes. So yeah.
Never tried them before, but I also don't use them like pencils that often anyways. But
I always saw people use watercolor pencils and I was like, ooh, scary. And then like I have like this little set and I try, I'm like, wait, this is really nice. So yeah, I would love to try like a fancy brand.
I guess kind of going along the medium line. I don't know. What is your favorite medium to color with?
That's a toughie because I love markers and I love colored pencils, but I guess like what made me go or say colored pencils is probably because I always give myself the biggest pat on the back when I finish a page with colored pencils. I'm always like, oh, I did that. I colored that with colored pencils. Not that I don't with markers, because like I've definitely improved my marker coloring over the last year. But yeah, I think colored pencils just because I'm always just so proud of myself. So yeah, I have to go with
I
colored
mean,
pencils.
you make really gorgeous
Thank you.
coloring. I say, like, I'm always like, dang, I could never. Like, you're
Yeah,
very
I
smart.
watch coloring tutorials. I watch coloring tutorials and I'm like, all right, you tell me exactly where to put my pencil down, like what color to use. Like, yeah, like I couldn't do it without that. Like whenever I do it, but especially whenever I do a page without a tutorial, I'm like, wow, I've learned something.
What inspired you to create content on YouTube to begin with?
Um, so I was, well, when I got into adult coloring, I was obviously obsessed and very, very happy and excited. And I wanted to like share it with people. So I had my Twitch stream and I feel like I would share with them like all my pages or like new coloring book I got. And obviously my community is into gaming, and which makes sense. That's what I did on Twitch for the primary of the time I've been there. I gamed. So I felt like 90% of my audience really isn't into coloring. And so I would get shy or embarrassed or feel like, oh, I shouldn't share that with them, but like I'm like forcing it on them, like look at my pages. So I was like, okay, well, I've been watching coloring videos since way before I started coloring. And I was like, how about I just put it on YouTube? And that way, if there are people from my Twitch stream who actually are interested, they can go to YouTube and still see that content. And then I have a place to just like explode my happiness and be like, look at my coloring books. And then that way I know that every single person who clicks on that video actually wanted to see my coloring. So like that made me super happy. And I no longer felt like I was forcing it on people. It was like, okay, these people actually want to see it. And that made me feel super good just to have a place to like share that wasn't Twitch. So yeah,
Like it
that's
was
what
the
I
actual like space, like people went to your channel literally like specifically for that.
Yeah, exactly. I knew that like it wasn't just like, oh, people were listening and watching me show this page. I knew like if people came to that channel and watched that video, they cared. And that made me feel like, oh, I'm sharing it with people who like also love coloring. And then it just made me so much more excited to keep making videos. So
Yeah, that's awesome. What are some other hobbies you have besides coloring?
So obviously I Twitch stream. I'm a Twitch streamer, so gaming is definitely a big hobby. It's been a big hobby growing up for me. I kind of did like a big gap where I didn't game, and then I got like really into it when I started streaming. So definitely gaming, but coloring, of course, and reading. I'm really big into reading. As of like the end of 2020, I've been obsessed with reading. I diamond paint and I also love puzzles, but I have like no time to do diamond painting puzzles. Between coloring and reading, like take up all my free time for hobbies and streaming on top of that. So it's like I have a whole like basket of diamond paintings that are just sitting there waiting, because diamond painting takes a long time. Like it's a, you know what I mean? It's a commitment, and so are puzzles.
Yeah.
So it's like those two things have definitely like been on the back burner this year, which makes me sad, but hopefully I'll get back into those soon.
I honestly didn't even know you were into diamond painting.
Yeah. I got into diamond painting obviously from all of the colorists on YouTube. Like that was kind of like a thing they did too. And I was like, what the heck is this? And so then I was like, there's a whole world of diamond painting. Like there's just like color tubers. Like there's whole like diamond painting tubers.
Yeah.
And like I just got obsessed with watching those videos. And then like there I am buying millions of diamond paintings. Like this one's cute and this one's cute and this one's cute. And I've completed a handful, but I have way more in my back stock than I've completed. But yeah.
I guess let's move into your Twitch streaming. When did you start? Wow, I hope no one heard that dog barking. It scared the crap out of me.
Oh my gosh, in your earlier video I just watched your video. It literally sounded like it was sitting next to you. And I was like,
to be honest, I didn't even watch it. I didn't even watch it before I edited, like really edited it, so I didn't know, but that's really funny.
Yeah, I was like, she has a dog.
I don't
like
have
literally
a dog.
next to you. No, I know. But yeah, it wasn't like loud. I was like, oh, but it was just like, yeah, it sounded like it was in your room. It's funny.
That's super funny. Anyways, when did you start live streaming on Twitch?
Well, I created my Twitch back in 2016, and I just went live like off of my PlayStation on the floor of my studio. Just thought it was cool. And then but I lived in a studio, so I didn't have room for like a desk and like a full cool setup and all of that. So I stopped streaming, and then I moved and I had extra room. So like I bought a PC and I like did the whole thing. And that was I think I became like serious about streaming in 2017. So I've been doing about almost 5 years this coming February. Yeah.
It's so long. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
What do you normally stream on your Twitch?
So I stream primarily gaming. It's been all gaming up until 2021 when I started incorporating coloring or art. I like got a little like set up to do like top down. Like when I was making my YouTube, I was like, oh, I could do this on stream. But yeah, it's gaming. I'm a variety streamer, so I do all sorts of games and then a few art streams here and there.
What kind of art streams do you do?
It's primarily just coloring. I did a few
okay.
diamond paintings, and then I've painted on stream too.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm a Bob Ross. No, but seriously, I follow Bob Ross tutorials.
I've like done one Bob Ross tutorial and I tried it on my iPad.
Oh, really?
It was interesting. Yeah, on Procreate. It was interesting.
Oh, digital art is so cool. Like, oh my gosh,
know.
if I knew how to digital art, I'd be all over it. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm terrible at it, but like it worked with the tutorial. I kind of made it look like somewhat decent, but
cool.
Bob Ross was way too talented.
Oh, I know. Mine are like, I'm just like, this is a sham, but I did it.
Exactly. It's done, you know.
I did Bob Ross dirty, but it's okay. You'll never see it.
Exactly. What is your all-time favorite video game?
Definitely hands down Kingdom Hearts 1. So if you've never heard of Kingdom Hearts, it's a Disney game. Have you heard of it?
I have.
Anything? Yeah. So it's like a fantasy Disney game that follows a young boy who goes and unlocks the light of all these different worlds, and the different worlds are Disney movies. So you literally get to go like Little Mermaid, Lion King, Aladdin, like, and you fight this darkness in each world and unlock the light. And it's the cutest, most nostalgic, amazing. Like if you love Disney and you love video games and you haven't played Kingdom Hearts, gotta play Kingdom Hearts.
Wait, that sounds so cute. Is that available on the Switch?
Actually, you know that Nintendo just had like a live or something that they did, and they announced Kingdom Hearts is coming to the Switch. Like they literally just announced that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but there's like a billion games in the series, but specifically for me, Kingdom Hearts 1 holds the most nostalgia for me. It came out in like 2002, I think. So yeah, it's pretty old, but yeah, it's still cute. Definitely got to play it.
It sounds cute. Actually, it sounds really cute.
Yeah.
What is a game you thought you would love but absolutely hated?
So this one was tough for me because I think I've been really lucky in the fact that I haven't hated that many video games that I've played. And also I think like the reason for this is having like being a streamer, I can see like, so if a video game comes up and I'm not already like die hard, I'm going to play that, and I'm like on the fence, like I just go watch someone play it. Right. And then I'm like, oh, that looks really good. Or you know what? That doesn't look like it's for me. So I end up like not ever buying games and then being surprised, I guess. Yeah. But I guess like if I had to give an answer, I would say I was gifted a game that I was told was like amazing. It was so good. And I played it and I was like, ooh, ooh. And that was Persona 5. It's like an anime story game and it just didn't hit the mark for me. So yeah. And I'm obsessive about finishing video games. I like never leave them unfinished. And I've only not finished 2 games ever. And it was Persona 5 and Resident Evil 7. But then I went back and I finished Resident Evil 7 this year. So that one doesn't count anymore. So yeah, Persona 5 is the only video game I've ever not completed. Do
you think you'll ever go back and finish
it? No, never.
That was a hard no.
That's a hard no. Yeah. I tried so hard, but the game is so long too. So like I put in so much time and it was just like, why am I doing this? You know, like I'm not enjoying it and it's not even close to the end. So yeah, it'll never get touched. And I'm sorry to everyone who loves Persona because I know it's like super loved and I feel you. It just wasn't my thing.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
What game have you spent the most hours playing?
So it's definitely Overwatch, followed by Stardew Valley. But yeah, definitely Overwatch. It's a first person shooter video game, multiplayer. So you play on a team and it has like a competitive part of the game. And I got really interested in like getting better at the game. And so like to get better, I had to like grind it. So yeah, I've played so many hours of Overwatch, and Overwatch is actually the game I've streamed the most. So yeah, it's my most like, as I said, I'm like a variety streamer, but Overwatch is my most like consistently played game on my stream. So definitely Overwatch, like hundreds and hundreds of hours. But yeah, Stardew Valley too. Spent way too long on that game.
Fun fact, I tried Stardew Valley and I didn't like it.
Really? What didn't you like about it?
It confused me. Like,
yeah, it's like the first like year of that's a struggle. It's a struggle, like definitely. So I totally get like just being defeated and being like, oh, walking away from it, because like it's hard. When I first started playing Stardew Valley, literally all of my like search was Stardew Valley wiki, Stardew Valley wiki, Stardew Valley, because like I didn't know what I was doing. Like I had to question the internet for every single thing in that game. I'm like, what do I do? Where am I going? What do I spend my money on? Where do I find this person? Like, yeah, it's confusing, and the game pretty much just like pops you in and it's like, have fun. So yeah, Stardew Valley wiki though, if you ever want to try again, if you have any questions, the internet will answer for you.
Yeah, they definitely don't give you like step by step. Like when I started, this is a terrible comparison, but when I started Animal Crossing, they gave me very specific like what I should be doing,
right,
instructions, and Stardew Valley was like, no, just have fun.
Right, exactly. Like they just let you flounder and like don't tell you anything. So yeah, definitely Stardew Valley wiki was like my handbook when I played that game. Now I'm a pro.
I guess let's go into reading, your reading hobby. What are you currently reading?
I'm currently reading the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas. So I'm on book 5 and 6. There's 8 books in the series. It's amazing. If you haven't heard about it, it's basically a young adult fantasy about fae, witches, magic, demons, other worlds. Like it's super good, super good, or at least so far up into the series. And then also I'm listening on audio. I'm listening to Survive the Night by Riley Sager, which I literally just started today, so I have no idea what it's about. I think it's a horror novel, so should scare me.
Should scare me.
Yeah. Hopefully. I'm trying to read like a bunch of spooky books this month, and they've all been flops so far, so hopefully this one's a little more scary, but yeah.
Nice. Who was your favorite author?
So I actually don't have one, because I think I mentioned earlier, I started reading or obsessively reading at the end of 2020. So I just feel like I don't have a big enough pool, to like say. Obviously I've been reading, like I grew up like reading was always a hobby, but as far as like what I'm interested in right now, I feel like I haven't read enough to be like, oh, this author for sure is my favorite author. I've read a lot of Sarah J. Maas books, because like I'm on her 6th book. And then I've read a lot of V.E. Schwab. She does like fantasy. And I've read a lot of Colleen Hoover, who does contemporary romance. So those are like the 3 authors I've read a lot of, but I definitely don't think I could say like, oh, I have a favorite book or a favorite author. So hopefully like next year I'll know more of who I am as a reader. But yeah.
I'll ask you again in a year from now.
Yes, sounds good.
If you had to pick one genre to read for the rest of your life, what would it be and why?
This was actually really easy for me. And when I first saw the question, I was like, oh God, but then I was like, you know what? Easy. Fantasy, because reading for me is definitely an escapism. Like I don't read nonfiction. I don't read like self-help or educational books like at all. Like I read purely to get lost, like to escape from like my life. So I don't want like, I read contemporary, but like if it's as far away from like my current life as I can get is like my favorite. So fantasy obviously is whimsical and magic and like as far away as I can get. So definitely fantasy.
I love that answer. That's actually really funny and I love that.
Yeah.
Well, to end off, just a couple random questions.
We're already at the end. This is so quick.
I know. If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go?
I think it'd have to be Japan, because I've wanted to go there since I was like 2018. Since 2018-ish. So it's been, or since I was 18. I'm sorry, I cannot speak. Since I was like 18. I've always wanted to go to Japan just because I love like the cutesy stuff, kawaii stuff. And I think that it would be the perfect like city, like shopping. The shopping would be amazing. But then there's also like rural Japan. So like sightseeing would be amazing. And like, I don't know about the food. I would be a little scared about the food, but overall, I think like Japan would just be like the coolest, and you would be like in a completely different culture, and like it would be so immersive. So yeah, Japan has always been on the bucket list.
Well, that's awesome. And if you could give any advice to somebody thinking about starting an adult coloring YouTube channel, what would you say?
I think I would have to say just do it. Just do it. Like honestly, like that's like the biggest, like there's literally absolutely nothing to lose. Nothing. Like if you like coloring, you have nothing to lose about making a channel, because the only thing you have is to gain. Like you'll meet people, like-minded people, people who enjoy your coloring, people just enjoy coloring, period. There's nothing to lose. There's nothing to be scared about. I mean, coming from me, I've been on the internet for a really long time, and the coloring community is by far the sweetest. Like when I first started making my channel, I would always go back to Twitch and be like, guys, like the people over on YouTube are so nice. Like I would literally like gush about it, like be in tears. Like everyone is so sweet. Like, so you mean like you have nothing to lose, but like meeting amazing people who love coloring too. Like nothing. So just do it. Like don't be scared. Another thing too would be like, do not ever feel like, oh, I don't want to go like watch other people's videos and like I don't want to copy people. I mean, I think like from a personal standpoint, like I would be so flattered if someone watched my videos and were like, I want to make videos now because of you. I want to make videos just like yours. I would be like, "Ah, absolutely. Like that's so nice." So yeah, I would say like go, if you haven't already, obviously, go watch the videos, go get inspiration from everyone making content. And we need to build this community. Like more. So definitely just do it. Just do it.
That's great advice. Yeah, I totally agree. I've got nothing to add. Well,
Period.
period. Well, thank you so much, Cassie, for coming on today. Do you have anything else you want to add at all before we're done?
No, like I said, just like thank you so much for having me. Everyone stay tuned for the coming episodes. You guys have no idea. And yeah, just thank you, Michaela, and thank you everyone watching. Like it's been a blast.
Well, thank you so much, and thank you to everyone who was watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.